Finally, after 2 long months of anticipation, excitement and fear, we now have our final confirmed members of the new girl group of JYP Entertainment. With the actual A2K project wrapped up and the first pre-debut single already released, is now, I think, the perfect time to talk about Vcha and if we're really satisfied with the conclusion of this project and the final members of this group. In this video I would like to give my honest opinion on the A2K show overall, the contestants and what I think about them, and as a little plus, my opinion on the name Vcha, and if it's really a good choice or not. It's definitely hard to pronounce, that's for sure. So definitely tell me your opinion on the show and the contestants in the comments below, and subscribe if you don't want to miss my upcoming review of the first pre-debut songs of Vcha. So let's dive right into the topic. In my opinion, the show and the project A2K was really entertaining and well done. It was, to be honest, really refreshing to see this Korean style of survival shows and the editing that goes with this, but having all of the participants speak in English. The show was also really well structured. First, we spent 4 episodes only on the casting in the several American cities to get to know the contestants more. Then we had of course the boot camp, where the contestants not only had to prove that they could dance and sing, or at least have the potential to get better at it, but also their character evaluation was interesting and their star qualities. I think focusing on these different things struck a really good balance and painted a bigger picture, or a better picture, of all the contestants and their individual qualities. And then of course following the girls and their 3 months of training in the headquarters of JYP in the heart of Seoul was again on a whole other level. Comparing where the girls started in the casting and then seeing them perform on this stage in front of people like Sunmi, this was really crazy to see and also really satisfying. The only thing I want to mention as a critique, or not really as a critique but as a point, that at some point you truly realized that in each of the episodes they highlight certain contestants and their stories. Which of course makes perfect sense to tell a story from the start to the end of the show. But yeah, overall it's pretty obvious that people like Vcha or Melissa didn't have much screen time in the later episodes. I was, to be honest, a bit surprised that Melissa didn't follow the journey to Korea, mainly obviously because of personal reasons as she said, but it would be still interesting to know what happened. I wish her, of course, best of luck for her future. That Vcha wouldn't debut was kind of obvious, as I said already, because of things like the screen time, but that neither Yuna, Gina nor Christina would debut was honestly kind of surprising. Sure, Yuna didn't have the skill as the other contestants, but definitely had her charms and her visuals, where Gina, for example, also had a really solid skill set and great dance and vocals, and for me Christina was also a really overall good contestant. Sure, JYP or JYPark said several times that basically every one of them can debut if they are good enough, but I got the feeling pretty early that he has definitely some contestants in his mind and how they would fit together into a group. Which brings us to the not eliminated members of Vcha. Starting of course with Camila. Where Camila showed some of her singing skills at the casting, she definitely turned rapidly after into one of the aces of A2K. She obviously got the voice, the visuals, some good dancing skills, and an overall really motherly personality. I think every one of us was sure about Camila debuting in this new girl group. She's overall a really great all-rounder, with a great voice as I said, what makes her a definitely valuable member of the group. And also when they announced the leader of the group, I wouldn't be shocked if this would be Camila. Her personality and presence makes her a great candidate for this role. Then we have of course Alexis, which I have to say was right away from the beginning a strong contender for debuting. Even if her vocal skills weren't this evolved yet, she definitely had the stage presence and some great dancing skills. Combine this with her great work ethic and her personality and you have again a very valuable member for this new girl group. Then we have of course KG, which I have to say grew on me a lot. She basically started at this not dancing, just singing guitarist, but turned again into a very valuable member of this group. Her dance evolved so fast and to such a level Combine this with her voice, that is next to Camila's voice, probably the best in the group, and you have the perfect fit for the main vocalist of Vcha. Then there's Candle, which received a lot of hate in the comment section of many episodes, where many persons thought like JYP has a favoritism towards her because of her looks and the way she could fit into a girl group orientated to the Korean Western market. And I have to agree on some moments that Candle's performance wasn't the best in certain moments, but the critique that JYP gave her was still like way too positive. In the end, the choices are already made anyway. And I definitely have to say that she has some really unique charms to her and some great potential. I just hope that she won't get more hate when they debut, because I think she doesn't deserve it. It wasn't her choice to be presented like this and be in this maybe favorite position of JYP, who knows. She's still a great fit for the overall group. Pretty much the same thing you can say about Kaylee. With her 13 years, Kaylee isn't only the youngest member in the group, but also the only one fluent in Korean, which is definitely a wise choice, given the fact that Vcha is probably gonna promote their songs in America and Korea. But obviously not only that, she's also a quick learner and has some great vocal skills and a good fundamental in dancing. And she's only 13 years old. Give her like 4 more years and she will be like killing the scene. So overall I'm a bit surprised because of her age that she made the final run, but I can clearly see her qualities and the reason why she's debuting. Last but certainly not least, we have my ultimate bias, Savannah, where in the beginning you could already see some of her charisma and her beautiful smile, and obviously her great dancing skills and her core strength. I think all of us realized a bit later what kind of beast Savannah really is. Her charisma is through the roof and her dancing is just so joyful to watch. Plus, she has a really great voice and some good talent in singing and rapping. When JYP told her in the bootcamp that she could become a great singer, he got definitely some points there, because she's slowly but steady really turning into a great singer. She has some great work ethic, just as Lexus, and is a really quick learner. I can't wait to see where the journey for her and the other girls is heading. I think that Savannah somewhat represents an anchor to the group, which brings a great balance into Vcha. To summarize all of this, I can only say that a 6-member girl group is a really great number, and every one of the contestants is fitting so well into this group, and as a whole they're just representing a really youthful and strong picture. As for the name, I definitely need some time to get used to it, especially because of the pronunciation, Vcha, 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 whatever. But I really like the meaning behind this name. To illuminate and inspire your surrounding and glow up the darkness is a really strong picture and is fitting quite well for the concept of this group. Because these 6 girls are all just in quotation marks, normal girls from America who just dreamed of becoming idols or singers, entertainers. And they really did it. They're really gonna debut after all of their hard work, which shows to a lot of young girls, and I guess also men and boys, that everything is possible when you are just striving for it long enough or working for it long enough and taking your shots. As I said, I can't wait to see what these girls have in store for us and how they are gonna debut. If you don't want to miss this or my opinion on the pre-debut songs, please consider to subscribe and maybe like the video if you listened until this part in the video to support me and the channel and see future content of me. I've been your K-pop Lemon, you have been a great audience, and we see each other in the next video. Take care.